Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Oh Lord, let me know if y'all can hear me. Well, I pull up the stuff, pull up the stuff. Give me some thumbs up and some likes and let me know that y'all can hear me. Y'all got me? All right. Give me a minute. Okay, and since I'm accustomed to playing a little music while I get the stuff up, that's what I'm gonna do. Just give me a minute. Oh shit.
Motherfucking representing here tonight. Hold on, hold on. I keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? Louisiana shit. Murder on the beat. Sophie gotta cut up to you. Yeah. Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, it's so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit them angles. With your phone out, stepping like you Fable. And you sure know, but it's alright. And you sure know, but it's alright. It's a short night, yeah. That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these niggas. You gotta be nice for what to these niggas? I understand. You got 100 bands, you got a baby Benz, you got some bad friends. High school pics, you was even bad then. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense. You already had them. Working 8 a.m. Finish round 5. Post talk down, you don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dog days, you know hard time. Doing overtime for the last month. Saturday, call the girls, get them gassed up. Gotta hit the club, gotta make that ass jump. Gotta hit the club like you hit the motherfucking angles. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life. Jesus! Yo, boy! Honey! Watch the breakdown.
Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Alright. Ooh, they been let me stay up. Lord have mercy. Alright, let me go on and holler at y'all real quick, real quick. Let's see who came on 3. What up, Uniquely May? Indigo. Granny. Justice Don't Sleep. Phoenix Rising. Karen A. What it do, baby? Hey, Kels, tears. Okay, we all come. What the hell did happen? Lord have mercy. What is mom life, love? DJ Amazing. Yes. So, first thing we need to talk about is what the oh boy, what I thought was gonna happen, what I knew was gonna happen. Apparently, it's happened. Right? You know, when you have, and as I've explained, like yeah, all lawyers use different approaches. They have some language, different languages, different knowledge based on their specialization, stuff like that, right? But a lot of stuff is pretty much going to be the same. But basic stuff is going to be the same, right? But the thought process and how they approach cases or whatever, that is what all makes everyone different, right? That's in the field. But now I gets down with the the best of them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a rough girl. Okay, I deal in rough shit lines of work. All of it's rough. So I have to get down a certain way. And I'm not saying that the Miss Empire is maybe different. Whatever. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever. But you, as you can see, we all have different styles. And anytime you can get a resource like her, shit, anybody that has some type of any type of work, whatever you specialize in, it's always a resource. I don't give a damn if it's doing hair. It's always a resource. And when those people are sharing their craft with us, I like to be in a professional type spot, right? I like to always keep it, professional and respectful. That's just me. So I mean, I was kind of cringing when I was like, oh Lord, when I, saw that Miss Sylvia had got hold to that live, and nothing is wrong with that, what have you, if Miss Empire um says that it's okay, because I don't care how you get it. I mean, let me tell you something. As soon as I get a chance, I will be back trying to figure out how to do some of this Martha Stewart shit and stalking these heifers that have that goddamn glue gun on deck. Okay, them heifers that can go to Michaels, and just shop till they drop. Okay, but and I'm not saying that no one can be wrong on the laws, or whatever, because stuff change. Ain't no way in the hell you can expect people, a lawyer, anybody, to retain all that shit you learn in law school. There's just no way. And the stuff you pick up, you got laws that change every day, all kinds of stuff. So, but with that being said, some of the just because and here's the thing, right? Before she played it, whatever, oh the lady, oh she breaks it down real good, this, that, and the third. And then as they listen, she's listening to it, now the lady don't know what she's talking about. Which seems to be a common theme and a thread with that situation over there. I'm just telling you what it is, from what I see, from what I've experienced, from what I've known. So let me tell you where you're wrong at, lady, when you come talking about consent. And I know she didn't know that she had to break it all the way down to like a caterpillar level. She probably didn't anticipate that because she figured, it's reasonable people over there. But let me tell you where you're wrong, ma'am. When she was talking about consent, she was saying that no one can give consent to sleep with a child. That is correct. People will go to jail. Parents and guardians have been charged from giving people consent to sleep with their minor kids. That's why a lot of minor, like around 15, 16 years old, whatever, people got consent from their parents to marry an adult people. I know a couple of people where that happened to them, where their parents simply gave them up to an older guy. That has happened. A lady I used to work with, well, for at first, and then with, when I was dealing with FEMA, that it happened to her. She tells the story where she was a prom queen, married prom queen at 16. Yeah, she tells that story. So, yeah, what you're referring to is the consent to marry as a minor. That varies from state to state. Consent to marry and consent to have sex, two different things. Consent to have sex is a crime, and that crime would be both on the person who allegedly thought they was giving consent and the person who thought they had consent. So if you sent that lady an email trying to check her on that shit, you're gonna look stupid. It's a crime. Like, thank you, Granny. Totally two different things. Consent to get married and consent to have sex. Two different things. You ain't gotta take my word for it. You don't believe me. But I'm telling you it's the truth. If you find that lady, if you telling her that she was wrong, she probably too nice to correct your ass. But I'm just trying to tell you, if you can recall that text message that what you did, you emailed her. If you can recall that back, I would try to see if you could do that, because you're gonna look crazy if she go into it. God damn, that lady don't know how we get down over here. Hell, give her a minute. She don't know all about this shit here. She don't know y'all crazy. Damn. So yeah, you're gonna look real crazy. Sending off. If you something talking about like somebody that lady was talking about consent to have sex. Think about it. There's nobody in the other than Aaliyah, and she's not dealing with the charge of someone the marriage part. They're dealing with the bribery. So technically, there's no one in the indictment has anything to talking about to do with marrying a minor. Technically, now we do know that that's the situation that would happen with Jane Doe number one, but they're only addressing the bribery charge, right? So she's not talking about marrying a minor. She's talking about having sex with a minor, and there's no such thing as consent being given or accepted to have sex with the minor. Shit. That lady don't know nothing about all this bullshit. She don't know nothing about that. Anyway, so I just wanted to get that on out the way. And then we had let's see, before I get to talking about the paperwork that Atmos did a well read on, which is what's next. Remember, and I hope the way that we doing it over here, that people can, that you guys are retaining and keeping and understanding it, because it's building as we go. This stuff will make sense, right? It's going to tie something together tonight that we already went through and we went over. And here we're kind of guessing it and uncovering it before it actually comes out, and if to just to gauge, like, what are we understanding, what are we getting from all of this and stuff like this, or is it just better just to read it and fuck the breakdowns or whatever? Then it don't matter to me. I can do them right. I don't need to prep for them or anything like that. I can just do them right on the spot. But sometimes you miss stuff and you have to go back and catch it, which is okay as well. I found that with my students, they learn better if we tear the paperwork up and put it back together. That's what we refer to it as. But And I know y'all can handle it. I'm not gonna, go talking all with some bullshit all over everybody's head and whatever. But I know we can handle it over here. So, not a problem, Granny, not a problem. But so the paperwork came out, right? Now remember, if can anybody, I don't know, y'all might not remember this, but I keep going over that particular motion. And remember, I'll tell you the name of it again, right? That was a matter of law motion to dismiss. And what it does, it tests the sufficiency of the evidence, right, ahead of the trial. Again, that motion is supposed to be put in after the government has presented its case. Right? So I told you that when that motion came out, then later on with the response back and forth, what have you, you heard them talking about the language I just used, right? Going back and forth. That's what they were doing. All right, I'm gonna tell you how this ties. I'm gonna show you how this ties in, right? Just watch. I'm gonna show you how it works. Okay. And no Atmos read this. I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to also go back to some documents. I'm not on the screen right now, so I am going to read. All right, it says, Mr. Kelly respectfully submits this memorandum of law in reply to the government's opposition to Mr. Kelly's pretrial motion to dismiss in advance of the trial scheduled to commence on August 18, 2021. This motion seeks to dismiss the predicate acts alleged in count 1, numbers 12 and 14, as well as the Mann Act violations alleged in count 6 through count 9, and in count 1, Racketeering Act 1, Racketeering Act 2, Racketeering Act 3, Racketeering Act 7, and Racketeering Act 10. Additionally, Mr. Kelly disputes the jurisdiction and venue in the third superseding indictment filed on March 13, 2020, pursuant to Rule 12B of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. All right. Argument. The motion is timely. Okay, remember I said with that particular motion, you're supposed to have it in after the presentation of the government's case. All right, it says the motion is timely. This motion disputes the court's jurisdiction and venue. On March 20th, 2020, the government, in response to Mr. Kelly's motion to strike, which means motion to strike to remove some type of evidence, all right, complained that here the government has not presented a full proffer of its evidence. Okay, remember I said proffer on its face and all of that. That's all speaking to the sufficiency of the evidence ahead of trial. All right. Okay. So it says rather the government has presented only a limited proffer of the evidence filed in support of its various motions for permanent orders of detention. And then there's the reference. In light of the government's argument in the prior motion and given the fact that certain sections of the instant application allege that there is no evidence related to certain allegations in the indictment, Mr. Kelly filed this motion when the government's proper of evidence should be complete. See what I'm saying? They're saying that by now it should be complete. So they're saying that so now we got to figure out something. So I'm gonna come back on the screen real quick. We got to figure out something. All right, remember being a hard-headed Keller was talking, we were, I was saying maybe there's some stuff on the seal, maybe all the stuff isn't in, whatever. The defense is saying, well, it should be in by now. So right there, we already have. Now, how are they going to resolve that? At this point, will the government come back and say, will they come back and say, we are not done submitting our case? We don't know. We don't know. But we're going to figure it out. Let me go back. Okay. All right. The Second Circuit has recognized that a district court can adjudge the sufficiency of the evidence before trial where the government has made a full proffer of evidence or where there is a stipulated reference. No, I'm sorry, case law. Okay, consistent with this rule, the courts have fashioned the following standards to govern a pretrial motion challenging the sufficiency of an indictment. Courts regard an indictment sufficient if it sets forth the elements of the offense charged. Meaning, remember I told you that all the charges, with charges, you got to prove every element of the charge. So it says, puts the defendant on fair notice of the charges against which he must defend and enables the defendant to assert a double jeopardy defense. All right, let me look at that real quick. Courts regard an indictment sufficient if it sets forth the elements of the offense charge, puts the defendant on fair notice of the charges against which he must defend, and enables the defendant to assert a double jeopardy defense. All right, let's read it and get into that. Okay, case law. All right. And the alternative, if the court considers the government's argument as to timeliness, it is respectfully submitted that good cause have been demonstrated, and the court, in accordance with the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, Rule 12, can decide the motion. Okay, all right. I see what they're trying to do. Okay, and timeliness. So they leaving it on the rule, on that rules, and maybe whatever exceptions or whatever under that Rule 12 to see. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I need to let me look up and see what's under Rule 12. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute, y'all, and I need to look that up if y'all don't mind, because that may be could be something up under there. Do y'all mind me taking a minute to look up under that rule? Let me know if y'all mind me taking a minute to look up under that rule, because this is your time. Let me know if it if y'all don't mind me looking up under that rule. It's okay. All right. Thank you. I'll play something for y'all real quick.
Got a fish feeling frisky. So witty hot bill doing numbers. I put rims on a hot pink Honda. Lip gloss on, it's a pretty bitch slum. Take it how you wanna. I put it on my mama. I heard around town, I'm the baddest ever. Bitches love saying how they face it and better. And it always link up to be dead together. I could do the split with a hundred spread better. Knew that head was special. He giving brain like a geek. See Lord Cologne, I should've bring out the freak. Just a fake nigga and a pick me bitch. I'm slick lunatic, leave a dirty dick sick. I'm Mrs. Untouchable. I'm like a lunchable. Play like it's all fun and games. When I'm done with you, I want approachable. I'm unforgettable. Bitches is all talk. This ain't no interview. Oh, all the drama and that gossip you could miss me. Oh, how the hell a broke nigga trying to fix me? Pretty bitch, summer got the whole game mixed. 3-2 shots, got a bitch feeling risky. 110 sideways. I told the bitches my way to the highway. Double parking driveways on the 5Ks. Instagram, she was cute with it. Bitch, black made her laugh now. Pilot, there goes another pop chase. I seen that little shit you was up to. They talking about Nathan. If you don't want to part with the time, then pop face. We talking about my wrist, my neck, the pressure's outrageous. Ring loud at night, I be scared. Rain like cola. You know these ones go back and forth, bro. Let's bring up your tree hugger. Shit is steady, but her neck longer. It's the sleepwalker. She got the feet cold. This kid is outrageous. Don't ask what you call me. 2 9 in the car and about to lost me, but the ice hit the light, even made Rich y'all see me. Nigga had no keeping up with y'all thinking.
Working overtime, yeah, I barely see my shake. Top body, they a bitch and I ain't getting beauty sleep. Gotta hit up with it, you was trying to get to me. Cause my schedule filling up, I booked the summer to the spring. Ain't nobody going harder, how about you? Cause I'm myself, but it's a difference between the fucking and the one to show. I'm fucking Magic City, doesn't dance, let it put itself. All this ice dripping on my body like a runny nose. Ask me what my life like now. Cosmo and Vogue covers up the price right now. Princess, send my fingers, get that right now. Bad ass 4.0, making me proud. My jewelry outrageous, don't ask what it costs. Stay 2 times in the backseat, sipping on side. Let the ice hit the light, even make Ray Charles say me. Bitch, ain't no keeping up with this y'all thingy. Oh, all that drama and that gossip, you convince me. Oh, how the hell a broke nigga tryna fix me? Pretty bitch, someone got the whole gang mixed. 3, 2 shots, got a bitch feeling risky. Oh, all that drama and that gossip, you convince me. Oh, how the hell a broke nigga tryna fix me? Pretty bitch, someone got the whole gang mixed. 3, 2 shots, got a bitch feeling risky. Pretty bitch music.
Okay. So, looking at this, emotions are these defenses must be made responsible for pleading as allowed. If pleading sets a claim, release is responsible. Just right after judge. Okay, that particular rule is for motions and things of that nature. What just dealing with the time, the timeliness of motions. And as we already know that unless if the judge sets the time, then that's the time. If not, then it reverts to just ahead of trial. So I do believe in on that area that the defense will lose on that. I believe the defense will lose on that because that particular rule also addressed the venue situation and all of that. So I believe that they're going to lose on that. So that's what I would guess. Just put it this way. The judge is the one that set the time for the motions, right? You think she's going to disagree with herself? So I think they're going to lose that. So let me go. I think the defense will lose that. And let me see which one that was for. Okay, the motion is time. So I think the defense is going to lose that. All right. It says the motion has merit. The charges related to the herpes exposure should be dismissed based on the fact that the government cannot prove the public health law 2307. The reckless endangerment allegation should be dismissed. In the alternative, other case law indicates that the infection with HIV is not a serious injury since medical advances in recent years mean that HIV no longer poses a grave risk of death. Okay. And there's a case law with that. Excuse me, I got the burps. I'm sorry. Now, they can say that, right? The defense can go ahead and say that. But what the prosecutor can come back and say is that although they're saying HIV is not a serious injury, right, due to the medical advances, it no longer poses a grave risk of death. The defense also can't, but the defense cannot say that you cannot die from complications of HIV. A person won't die because you don't know what other factors would be present as the years go on, or whatever the makeup or whatever in that person now. And then you're saying, then you're kind of saying, the defense is kind of saying that is like for everyone that's contracted HIV. The prosecutor can come back and narrow that scope and to say, no, certain people would be, they're probably going to do something. I'm not I don't have nothing to do with no HIV and stuff like this, but they're going to could probably say something like people that's at a high risk and their the lifestyle, those factors and all that kind of stuff, that stuff, all that, information they bring up when they start talking about venereal diseases and stuff like that, all of that. So the prosecutor can come back and say something like that. Because there's no way that you could tell what's going to happen down the road, right? And this is when I was used to talk about causation and the but for. The prosecutor can also say this. I just thought about it. But for that particular Jane Doe or whatever meeting R. Kelly, they wouldn't even be in this situation. And the causation is R. Kelly is the cause. They're going to say his behaviors is the effect. So they're going to say the whoever they're referencing won't even be in this situation. They can come back and say that. So I think they're going to lose on that as well. Okay, and it says if this case for HIV, then herpes should not be judged differently. But it's pretty much the same thing. The prosecutor, even with herpes, you don't know how herpes is going to do someone's body. While the defense is talking in a general manner for like everybody that can contract herpes or HIV or whatever. The prosecution could narrow that and say, no, I'm talking about an individual. You don't know, you know what I'm saying, how this person is going to react down the line. You just don't know that. And that's the truth. It makes sense, right? All right, and it says the charges related to herpes exposure must be dismissed. The government has not disputed that herpes is not an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea. The New York State Department of Health stated it is not aware of any instance of an individual being charged with the misdemeanor under PHL 2307. And there's a further explanation. I don't have to go into that. So I kind of addressed that. I don't see where that argument. Let me look through here real quick and see if they're talking about who gave it to who, because I'm pretty sure they ain't saying that no more. No, okay, let me see. In this case, the government does not dispute that the NYSDOH position is the department interprets the law as only applying to individuals who knowingly expose another individual to an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea. Furthermore, the government concedes Mr. Kelly's point by not disputing the NYSDOH position on PHL 2307 and stated that the council response to public comment is not binding on this court. Okay. However, the government ignores the established precedent that courts have applied as the standard of review for the agency statutory interpretation. Therefore, pursuant to the agency's interpretation, PHL 2307 only applies to an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea, and the allegation and indictment relating to this law should be dismissed. All right, now that's a good argument right there for the defense. I can go along with that. But that just probably means that the prosecutor is probably going to dig into the books a little deeper to figure out around something around that argument, how to get around that. Let me see. All right, because I know Atmos already read this, so I don't need to reread it. I'm just trying to break it down as we go. Okay. Count one is barred by the statute of limitations. The allegations contained in count one, Racketeering Act 1, Racketeering Act 3, Racketeering Act 5 should be dismissed because the alleged violations of law occurred outside the prescribed statutory period of time. Such claims could be made. Oh, y'all gonna lose this one too. Count one, Racketeering Act 1, bribery, search, the violation of Illinois Criminal Code sections 5/33-1A and 5/5-1. Under the under under the is a 3-year statute of limitation for the above mentioned section. The alleged act is to have occurred on August 30th, 1994. The allegation in this complaint was made on or about March 13th, 2021. This is clearly well beyond the 3-year statute of limitation. Therefore, count 1, Racketeering Act 1, should be dismissed. Additionally, the general federal statute of limitations for felonies stand for the proposition that the government can no longer file criminal charges for an offense once 5 years has passed. The federal statute of limitations is 18 U.S.C. 3282. This statute states, except as otherwise expressly provided by law, no person should be prosecuted, tried, or punished for any offense not capital unless the indictment is found or the information is instituted within 5 years next after such offense shall have been committed. So they're still trying to tear up this RICO. All right. Well, when you look at it, and I'll explain this a little bit. It's 5 years. Okay, it's 5 years before the indictment. I'm saying it backwards so you can understand it forward. So it's 5 years before the time of the indictment, meaning that it had to have. Okay, I'm trying to explain this. It's saying count 1 happened in 94, but they didn't get indicted for it until 2009. Hold on for a minute, because we figured that out before. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go to this other document. Hold on. I'm glad I had it up. Count 1. I'm in the indictment, y'all. I already had it up, but I'm not putting it on the screen real quick. Hold on. Okay, so the dates were. Anybody remember those? Then one of those dates. I'm coming back on the screen. When we talked about this the other day, wasn't those dates the 2014? Wasn't it 2014? I think it was 2014. They're gonna lose that. They're gonna lose that too. You see, with RICO, you have what you call prohibited offenses, right? Prohibited charges. Now, I know you're thinking like, isn't all crimes prohibited? No. When it comes to the law, prohibited means something that's going to be an endangerment, right? Not all crimes create a present endangerment, all right? So that is what they're talking about. All of these crimes should be, when they say a substantive RICO charge, they're talking about charges that are prohibited. Not what you think, what Merriam-Webster would say prohibited means. No, in the law, that means it creates a danger. So it's very, and I'm gonna get to you why I'm gonna tie it all in, because I'm gonna tie it back to that goddamn R. Kelly defense exercise we did, right? I'm gonna tell you how that works. So just remember what I say about that, because I'm going to read some more, and somewhere in here that that word is going to be substantive, going to be in this document somewhere. It better be, or this is not going to make sense. So I'm gonna have to freestyle it. But if I find it, I'll tie it in. So let me just find. As a matter of fact, let me just take a chance to see if that word is in this document somewhere. Goddamn. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Right, it's in the other document. I got it. All right. It's in the other defense document. Let me finish with this one real quick. Okay. So, they said the motion is timely. I said it's not. Charge related to her. This one must be dismissed. They may have something. They may have a point up under that. It's barred by statute of limitations. It's the date. The date they're using is the time. The statute of limitations date. Here it is. The statute of limitations date is the indictment date. That's the date they're going to be working with. Okay. So it's not going to be back in 1994. They're not using that date when it actually occurred. It's the date indicted, not when it occurred. On substantive charges. So it's the indictment date. All right. Let me see. What is this? So they're probably gonna lose that too. Violation. All right. Here's something else talking about the. Okay, so therefore, count one, Racketeering Act 1 should be dismissed. Additionally, the general federal statute of limitations for felonies stand for the proposition that the government can no longer file criminal charges for an offense once 5 years have passed. See, no, it's the indictment date, honey. All right. The federal statute of limitation is 18 U.S.C. 3282. This statute states, except as otherwise expressly provided by law, no person shall be prosecuted, tried, or punished for any offense not capital unless the indictment is found or the information instituted within 5 years next after such offense shall have been committed. Count 1, Racketeering Act 3. Count 1, Racketeering Act 1, kidnapping and assertion of the violation of Illinois Criminal Code Section 5/10-1 and 5/5-1. Under the Illinois Criminal Code Section 720, a whole bunch of stuff, there is a 3-year statute of limitation for the above mentioned section. See, they're not paying attention because it's different with the RICO. It's the indictment date. So all of that, they're not going to get in. I don't even need to read all of that. But here's the saving grace for that. And I want to look at the footnotes because the rest of this is just foolishness. This is nonsense. I'll look at the footnotes, but this is nonsense. This is a waste of time. I'm going to come back on the screen, right? So remember we was doing that exercise, right? And then this is one for the defense. Substantive. Oh, gee, not so substantive. Oh, Lord. Substantive. I'm sorry. And you have to follow me with this, right? The prosecutor is saying that this is a substantive RICO charges, right? Meaning endangerment. Well, what do you think a a substantive defense would be? Y'all ain't gonna believe this when I tell you, because we kind of already did the work for them. That would be a diminished capacity, which is the justifiable defense that I crafted. So the defense can simply piggyback off the words that the prosecutor is using. They're the one, this is a substantive RICO. Then you're going to come, you can use a substantive defense. It also addresses the evidence. Why there is evidence. Can you believe that shit? What up, trouble? So yeah. So we already kind of have. So what do you think the defense is going to be? I mean, that's just what I came up with. But isn't that crazy how this intertwines and circles and crosses and all of this ahead of time? And I'm not making that up. It's an I'll show you where they use that. The prosecution used that word. Well, the defense did too. And I'm wondering, did they figure out that that's the only way you get to address the evidence? Because the evidence, I mean, you can't burn it up. They already got it packaged and ready for your ass. So I mean, what you gonna say? The evidence not there? Well, like I said, there's always that ace in the hole that I won't tell you about. Shit. But yeah, yeah, trouble. That's right. Killer, trouble. That absolutely makes no damn sense. I'm not lying. That word is in this paperwork. I'll show you. The government used it. I mean, I'm just telling you. Here it is. Where is it? It's right there. Right, that's the government paperwork right there, right? And here go that word right there. Right there. It says the motion is untimely. This is the government's paperwork. Right here. In a transparent effort to avoid a finding that his motion is untimely, the defendant asserts that his motion is made pursuant to rule blah 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 blah. Okay. His assertion does not make it so. The reference. Let's see. Provides that a motion that the court lacks jurisdiction may be made any time while the case is pending. Right. Here, the defendant does not assert that the court lacks jurisdiction. Instead, he asserts that one, certain racketeering acts and substantive counts should be dismissed because they fail to state a claim under New York law. The prosecutor used the word too. I mean that's what it is. Don't get me wrong. They crafted it as such. That's fine. Under that, I mean that's the choice under that RICO, right? Under the RICO. So why not? Why wouldn't a defense zero in on that word, knowing what it means, and craft a defense based on that. It seems like it would be a perfect flow. It addresses the evidence, and it follows a line, a train of thought, a concept, which falls in line under the law. It's a substantive RICO violation. That's what it is. And so, therefore, hey, make shit easy for yourself. So I'm just saying. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? So that last motion is the big issue is going to be with that. Now this is what's crazy, right? I don't know if the judge is waiting because, like I said, she can reserve that her ruling on that. It can come in before the jury. It can come in after the jury. So I don't know. Apparently, we're not going to get it anytime soon, right? Which is fine. But yeah. My God, I should have taken a class before this. I don't mean to get y'all so confused this one, but I know y'all can handle. I'm going in bits and pieces and stuff like that to try to, and I'm trying to think as I go, honey. I do corporate. I used to do corporate law, not this shit. This is too ridiculous. This is too hard. I'm not have time for this. Hell, I like to stay somewhere where there's a check, and all you doing is preventing people from going to court. Well, that's my job. I don't have to do nothing but prevent people. Get on the phone and say, "Hey, let me talk to you about this here. Let's make a deal. Let's do this. What you want. That." But yeah, can you understand? You see what I'm saying? You are actually taking what you're actually taking, just piggybacking off of what the damn the prosecution. They the one decided to run this through a RICO. You know? Okay. And you said that these were substantive RICO violations. Not a problem. I got me a substantive RICO violation defense. Uh, yeah. Now going through and looking at listening to all the stuff she added in and looking at this latest response by the defense. I'm about at what I was the other day. I was at an 83 percent sure, so I had 17% out there. Now I'm about at a 89% that this is gonna end up in a conviction. So what we got about 11% to deal with, because this is getting worse. This is going downhill. When I tell you this is going downhill fast. Oh, Jesus. Oh no, she done dropped the link. Yeah, I done dropped that link. Yeah, I dropped that link. But yeah, this is getting bad. Because I have no idea why they keep trying to stick on those points. Because I mean, I don't know. They may get a little something up under that herpes, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And this is not a damn R. Kelly channel. This is a Chris Brown channel. Shit. Oh Yeah, this is a what? Yeah, so y'all let me know, honey. What is it now?
They tryna stay so close to me that you would think we named. Pussy not where he supposed to be cause his mama raised. We had a good shot on his head, but I think God saved. God never walked up, hit your man, you probably never grade shot. I'm a real gangster, this some shit you can't rap. I can use the hurt, now I get wrecked to spill the verse. God bless me with some accuracy on the layout. Every time we get the drops, I'm the one who goes scope it first. I'm in his car, it go so fast that it came with some merch. I go get free shit out the stove cause I'm fucking the dirt. He was talking gangster on the net till we found where he worked. I gotta get you wait for a little cash or a couple of perks. So took a nigga Paul shots why you do that though. Hey, I'm from South Memphis, we bought a big gorilla phone. If you don't deserve it or won't shoot it, we gon' let them know. I'm trying to break down the Cuban and add me some GG4, let's go. Thought we was gon' ride the SRT, I got that whole you just threw a party on your block and then it couldn't go. I'm smoking exotic to the fire, I'm over my love. I'm having shot lotto mixed with power on 15 the job. Stay so close to me that you would think we named. Pussy not where he supposed to be cause his mama raised. We had a good shot on his head, but I think God saved. God never walked up, hit your man, you probably never grade shot. I'm a real gangster, this some shit you can't rap. I can use the hurt, now I get wrecked to spill the verse. God bless me with some accuracy on the layout. Every time we get the drops, I'm the one who gon' scope it first. I'm in the field with choppers, you can't come up on that purpose turn. Ain't nothing from Gilbert, we know for killing killers first. A customized chopper, thought I scratched him with a nurse. I'm status slack, I shot my third victim out of verse. I had a Glock before I lost my virginity, these niggas idiots. 100 shots out my infinity, my ultra mental me. 15 shots in my FN, I call this bitch my mini. Bitch talking about mention energy, bitch, it be killing go. Don't coming from water spurs, play on water birds loud. I just ran up 30 and this same shit put my third plow. Reach with EVB, we let off shots right with a turd cloud. Knock me out on Tuesday, so we pop back out on Thursday. I'ma stay so close to me that you would think we named. Pussy not where he supposed to be cause his mama raised. We had a good shot on his head, but I think God saved. God never walked up, hit your man, you probably never grade shot. I'm a real gangster, this some shit you can't rap. I can use the hurt, now I get wrecked to spill the verse. God bless me with some accuracy on the layout. Every time we get the drops, I'm the one who gon' scope it first.
Yes, yeah. Y'all like, what the fuck? Miss Angela, what the hell is going on? Yes, Robert Keller. Yeah. Yes, honey, yes.
Nevertheless, you took the bait.
Yes.
Hey yo, look like I'm going for a swim. Dunked on him, now I'm swinging up the rim. Bitch ain't coming up the bench, while I'm coming up the court fully drenched. Make up some haterade, get your thirst quenched. Styles on him in this bird very trench. These birds copy every word, every inch. But gang got the hammer and the wrench. I pull up in that $250,000 the lot. I'm not just trying to be friends like I forgot. Show off my diamonds like it's flying by the rock. Ain't pushing out his babies till he bite a rock. Hey yo, I been on, bitch you been on. Bitch they been on, Fendi Prince on. I mean I been on, X-Men been on. Kiki got a Nicki like the Prince on. I been on, bitch you been on. Bitch they been on, Fendi Prince see a black guy do the rap game like me. Huh? I went and caught the chopsticks. Put it in my bun just to pop shit. I'm always in the top shit. Rock seeds, bitch, fuck the gossip. How many of them people did it with finesse? Now everybody looks she really is the best. You play checkers, couldn't beat me playing chess. Now I'm about to turn around and beat my chest. Bitch is King Kong, yes, this King Kong. Bitch is King Kong, this is King Kong. Chinese ink on, Siamese links on. Call me 2 Chainz, name no ding dong. Bitch is King Kong, yes, I'm King Kong. This is King Kong, yes, Miss King Kong. In my kingdom, with my Tim's on. How many championships? Like 6 rings on. They need rappers like me. They need rappers like me. So they can get on their fucking keyboards and make me the bad guy challenge. Hey yo, I've been on, bitch, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. I mean, I've been on, X-Men been on. He keep on that Nicky like the prince on. I've been on, bitch, you been con. Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Hey yo, I've been on, Laura been caught. Hey, family, drop the bins off. Yes, this King Kong, bitch is King Kong, this is King Kong, Chinese ink on, Siamese links on, call me 2 Chainz, name no ding dong, bitch is King Kong, yes, I'm King Kong, this is King Kong, yes, Miss King Kong, in my kingdom, with my Tim's on, how many championships, what, 6 rings on.
Girl, yes, honey, I be wanting to say, bitch, I've been on. Bitch, I've been on, what's wrong with you? But now I'm gonna act like a sweet little baby dove, little baby bird. But one more motherfucking thing. One more thing. It's gonna be some shit. I'm gonna drop this shit where it all matters. I'll fuck some shit up. One more thing. Let me see. Yes, let me see what else. Oh Lord, I don't know. I don't think nobody's jealous of me. Lord Jesus. No. I don't do it. Let me see what I'm gonna go till they shut me down. Let me see what else I can dig up. Let me see what else I like. Oh, I know this. How about this one? Well, I better not mess with this man. This might do it right here. I don't know. This might get me. We'll see.
Sorry, not sorry. Don't mind me. I'm living a dream. Living a dream. Yeah. Gave nothing when I thought that we would be. Living a dream. Living a dream. Yeah. We the best music. DJ Khaled. Yeah. Only king stand near me. Silicon Valley money mixed with Henny, that's a Fendi. Half a century almost, slice the green like a lawnmower. Till we all on, never fall off, never boss talk. You don't hear me, that's your loss. Winner in life, fuck a coin toss. I'm Coinbase, basically cryptocurrency Scarface. Join us, it's gotta be more of us. I'm from the ghetto. What location? 2 seconds from the devil. I live heavenly in Cabo with a Mexican sombrero. Drink heavily. Health is wealth. Health is looking well to me. Wipe your nose. History, my type of clothes. Miss me with the hate. Help so many people get cake. Whips and cream for the crew. No other weed that think fast. The time I spit this, I started some other business. Came from the kitchen, came in the kitchen. Dangerous missions, wasting your time if you want my forgiveness. Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Living my dream, living my dream. Yeah. Came nothing where I thought that we'd be. Living my dream, living my dream. Yeah. Sorry, that's another beat. Haters still ain't recovered from the other beat. That's another beat. Now that's a triple beat. Can't forget about the other beat. It's white gloves to me. Hater know not to touch me. I'm with the fuckery. Humbly, nah, respectfully. I'm a project, baby. Fuck y'all expect from me. America's disrespect for me. Killed Christ, you created religion unexpectedly. Circular ice and Japanese whiskey on my mezzanine. Overlooking the city of angels. The angel invested in things. Unprecedented runs. Everybody's getting bands. We just dance to different drums. I like who I become. Intermittent fasting, but these meals I'm not missing none. Sorry, not sorry. Don't mind me. Living my dream, living my dream. Yeah. Came nothing where I thought that we'd be. Living my dream, living my dream.
Which one? I don't know. Which one uniquely? Put it in the chat. Which one? Tell me which one. Well, I'll play this one. Let me see who else. Oh, I know I put. Now you know I have to do this. put down which song uniquely, so I know.
Fuck that shit. Let's go to Fight Jam.
You ain't just a witness. That's a whole lot of cash. I gotta admit, honey, that's a whole lot of ass.
Bitches, get your ass on the dance floor. Tell me what you got in store. If you can't holler, now see me later. I got that piece to never stay. I'm making a beat. Now I'ma give a shout out to all your big booty freaks. I'm working that ass so smooth. Piece of my cut, map on the Uzi. Say JT like this, hoe. Well, how you like this, hoe? Get back ass wild. Shake that ass like it's going out of style. Don't hide the vibe. Make that ass work side to side. Now you got the flavor. Bitch, flip what your mama gave you. Here we go. Come on.
Okay.
If I ain't your partner,
Why the fuck these niggas wanna go against the grain? Why the fuck these niggas wanna drag a nigga name? True story. I know some niggas who hurt me, they hurt me. A couple bitches who hurt me, they hurt me. The jury don't want me to make it. The DA, I know that he work. Prosecutors wanna have me. I'm hoping they don't do me dirty. Before they I got that bitch dirty. Shoot on go, you shoot perfect.
I keep 100 on me. I know what they done to me. The same on some foot, speak. We all used to be in the G. How could you do me so dirty? How could you wait till I leave? It's like you was hanged up first. So now you gon' die and breathe. I got accused of some murder divided, so I did some time in the pen. Fucking body again. Niggas ain't silent, nigga. Shit got fucked up. Niggas got fucked up. Now my baby mom on the stand raising a motherfucking head.
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it silent. When you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it silent. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. I would've killed for you niggas. Now I can't deal with you niggas. Talking to the Grim Reaper, finna get rid of you niggas. So sick of these niggas, claiming they hitters and killers. Showing out for them bitches, flexing on Instagram. You a dog with it on my life, on my mama, we can't be straight. My partner looked me in my face before I took that cake. So what I do? Then a nigga turn snake. Other homie turn snake. But I can't be real with these niggas. I can they do me that way. Yeah, I was broken a bitch, oh, I'm hustling, I'm on my grind, yeah. Work my way up to a quarter pound, selling dime bags. Spent $250 for the sheets. On the cook, I'm hitting leaves. My nigga hit me for some tips. Shouldn't show them where it is. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it silent. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't no real nigga. If I say I got you, I got you. When it's fucked up and get fucked up, just hold it down and keep it silent. And when you're not around, I protect your name. I won't let a nigga talk about you. Have you ever gave your last $20 to a nigga that you love? And that same nigga call your partner, talk about you, drag your lane through the mud.
Damn, he dead too? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Walkie on the G, walkie on the G. Ooh, walkie on the G, walkie on the G.
baby, show me that shit. Show me love, show me love. Show me that shit. Show me love, show me love. Wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up. Wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up. Show me that shit. Show me love, show me love.
Go, Chris. Go, Chris.
Show me love. Wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up. Wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble. Say a nigga got money, you ain't talking for nothing. Get my dick out, then you better start sucking the sun. Pay your own rent, got your own check. You don't need me. Pussy is the best, that's why a nigga hella greedy. And you ain't out here looking for love. You done at the harbor. Your ex nigga, he was down with her. Soon as I gave you the dick, you fall in love.
Walkie on the G, walkie on the G. Ooh, walkie on the G, walkie on the G.
Baby, show me that shit. show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up,
wobble on the dick, gobble up, gobble up, players had the luck, cookie cow, better bring the love, all them other dudes had the chance, now they out of luck, when I'm busting nut, I don't know, I wanna cut the love, I went to the club and guess who I see, a motherfucking rap is nothing on me, cause I wanted to make sure back the thing out, ain't showing off my jewels, but shots gon' ring out, now that's when I get fuck up to my dad dub, but all my real niggas are showing the mad love.
Baby, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up.
Show me what you gon' do on the big stage, cause I'm headed to Miami for a big race. March 10 and 11, it's been 6 days. Yeah, but she gon' ride the pipe in 26 ways. Hey, the way you bounce on it, I might have to fuck around and spend a house on it. Now Rodale, now I'm spinning like a mouse on it. Swipe the platinum, I might empty my accounts on it. Sheesh. She said a man's a jerk, so I put up all the mans that work. Yeah, she had the night shift, I made her cancel work. Then I asked her twerk. On the D, I put I splashed the shirt.
Baby, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up.
Bad bitches in the lobby, but do it for me. And I'm purple pussy, bitch should be paying me. Give me a lap dance. She said it's one for free. She feeling on my D. Can she have it, please? And she know I like it. Ain't worried about my phone out. Exactly how I'm excited. What you want to do to me?
Baby, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, show me that shit, show me love, show me love, wobble on the dick, wobble up, wobble up.
Yes, honey, we still on the air. Oh Lord, we still here. Cause we still here.
Money bag. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, that's how look I can't hear him. You need to take care of the kids.
We still here. We still here.
Huh? What? I thought a bro nigga said something. Talking shit, but they still ain't saying that. We gon' trap that bitch out till the feds come. Run it up, huh? What she say? I thought a pussy hoe said something. I go when I'm talking, you listen. Jelly cut her off cause she spoke on the business. Go. Hundreds and fifties. Can't swap it down for a penny. You know that's a stupid decision. Head first with it. I shot a shot at my nigga, bitch. Really didn't think before I did it. Make it make sense. Luckily, I was on point with the last hoe. Kept my receipts. Warranted good. Make sure I got her for a refund when I gave her back to the street. Forever I rep, put the set on the chain. I'm thugging, you already know how I came. Yeah, he got money, but niggas be lying. I Lambo the line, told her get out the rain. Her manny and pitty, same color my teeth. She got a blue chick in the chick without me. Good nigga riding in the phone on each day. Sick of these niggas COVID-19. So riding the walking, trying to keep the cup shake. Came up like Giannis, I get bigger bucks. I got 4 different choppers right there in this truck. Now I'm just being honest, I can get you to it, put you in the blender. I can get you slush. I see the comments, but really I'm bothered. I know it's hurting, she salty, I scarred her. Be worried what you lay up and say to these bitches, they can't hold water, period. I thought a bro nigga said something. Talking shit, but they still ain't saying that. We gon' trap that bitch out till the feds come. Run it up, huh? What she say? I thought a pussy hoe said something. I go when I'm talking, you listen. Jelly cut her off cause she spoke on the business. Go.
Man, this nigga bad, man. He's so whack. I be really gonna represent the M-Town, bro. Matter of fact, don't even bump this nigga out in the shop.
I thought a nigga who watch what I do, but he can't get his bitch back said something. Is it true that he posting another nigga money project? I'll put that past him. Maybe so. I thought a hoe that be speaking of me, but be fucking a broke nigga said something. Pull up, little bitch, get a nigga that's lit on the whole loaf. He the breadcrumb. Go. Rappers with the mixed feelings, I ain't fucking with him. Like a Richard Mille, let me know what time it is. Bag what a run set. Know you got it on, you supposed to be smell proof. Busting out the back and say these niggas little boy childish. Fisher Price, confident I'm not cocky, so get it right. She bending over, but I want some head first. I don't even wanna know what the pussy like. Tripping too close to falling, so I'm ballin'. It's crazy, my I got shot, but I ain't callin'. Sight, slow up. I come around, niggas gon' put they hoe up. These bitches stay on my channel, yeah. Must've seen me on TV, yeah. It took me 6 hours to count a meal exactly. I'm accurate with that cheese, yeah. Big bag, huh? What? I thought a bro nigga said something. Talkin' shit, but they still ain't saying that. You gon' trap that bitch out to the feds, come. Run it up, huh? What she say? I thought a pussy hoe said something. I go when I'm talking, you listen. Jelly cut her off cause she spoke on the business. Go. You motherfucker fool, nigga.
I had to laugh, they kept me from trying. I said it was all good, but I was mine. Stood on my 10 and I did my time. I done seen all these niggas switch sides. I know what's up with these guys, they hate in disguise. They rise at an all-time high. Just by the watches I buy and the jet that I fly like I'm up, like I'm stuck in the sky. I can't go wrong, been starving, some belly partners. Couple my toe with some pennies. Handle my business, I swear that I hustle relentless. Bipolar from all of the killings. Look, I was with it. My tried to win it, she gave me a 50 for Christmas, I flipped it. Still can't forget it. When my brother closed, I couldn't fit it. We still got evicted. I was so raggedy, it was embarrassing. It was impairing, I'm blaming my parents. Rolled like lanes before the McLaren. Hamster all down Main, the terrace. Get it myself, ain't no blemish on my rip. You can come see for yourself. Watch where you step, mumbling under your breath. I hold a grip to the death. Come out myself, I don't need nobody help. I raise you up like myself. Shoot to the end. I shoot 100 like Bill. You keep a 30 like Steph. You better do. Mask on my face like I'm real. Cash cover me like a quilt. I come up quick. Blue since inside of my clip. You think my gun was a crook? Drive by, walk by, bicycle, motorcycle, killers pulling up in all kinds. 14, 15, 12 years old, young niggas slanging 9 and 9. Young niggas stacking it proud, trapping it loud. He threw a stack in the crowd. I say they jacking my style, cracking the smile, but I ain't so cracking no wild. I got a biblical plan, digital dash, skill with a digital dial. Really put dope in the vial, get work in the towel. I put that shit on the Bible. Serving my cuz out of town, they said I was devilish, cause I went go to revival. Future man talk of the town, now when I sit down, I'm selling a brick on the rival. I had to laugh, they kept me from trying. Said it was all good, but I was mine. Stood on my 10 and I did my time. I done seen all these niggas switch sides. I know what's up with these guys, they hate in disguise. They rise at an all-time high. Just by the watches I buy and the jet that I fly like I'm up, like I'm stuck in the sky. I can't move around, been starving, some belly partners. Caught them on toe with some pennies. Handle my business, I swear that I hustle relentless. Bipolar from all of the killings. Look, I was with it. My tried to with me, she gave me a 50 for Christmas, I flipped it. Still can't forget it. When my brother closed, I couldn't fit it. We still got evicted. Remember them days I was stuck in the creek. I had somewhere to sleep, but I didn't have a bed. Jumped off the bench, I wasn't going for shit. Got the top of the block just to give me some bread. I was the man of the house, had to figure shit out every time Pop went to the Fed. Had a do 5 no clip, I was busting that bitch, I was constantly for one in the head. Now we got choppers with lasers and beams. We 375, 1017. Walk came and got me this shit, I know Drain, big shots, then Gucci like Shaq and Kareem. I got up and took it, couldn't wait on the blessing. Shaking them thoughts, trying to roll me a 7. They threw the police on me at 11. I been causing hell quick to send you to heaven. Can't wait to walk 4 2 out cause I'm ready. Might rob a rapper right after a session. Give me them keys and then watching that necklace. I need them Cuban links and them Bugatti. I no more pussy, no IG and flexing. I'm the one rapping, but steady be stepping. I'm coming late in your dream like I'm Freddy. How you gonna run from an automatic weapon? Blast, they kept me from trying. Said it was all good, but I was mine. Stood on my 10 and I did my time. I done seen all these niggas switch sides. I know what's up with these guys, they hate in disguise. They rise at an all-time high. Just by the watches I buy and the jet that I fly like I'm up, like I'm stuck in the sky. I can't go wrong, been starving, some belly partners. Caught them on toe with some pennies. Handle my business, I swear that I hustle relentless. Bipolar from all of the killings. Look, I was with it. My tried to with me, she gave me a 50 for Christmas, I flipped it. Still can't forget it. When my brother closed, I couldn't fit it. We still got evicted.
True stories. Facts. It's King Fan. Richer than all my enemies.
Yes, yes. Gucci said he richer than all his enemies. Anybody got a selection? A request? I'm gonna try to go to they get us. Anybody got a request? Y'all trust me? Okay. See what else I can think about it. What else I like? Yeah. I know.
Hey, Castro go first. Yeah, so we gone. Stop. We good. Stop. Chill. We on. Chill. Scale. Let's go. Let's go. Domingo. Let's go. Take. Let's go. Set. Let's roll. Straightening. 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 Yeah. Straightening. 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 Yeah. Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you straightening. In this game, sit back, be patient. Niggas act like the game went vacant. Niggas act like something been taken. What? Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Been kicking shit popping out daily. On the island, it's a movie I'm making. I'm counting the Neros with Robert De Niro. He telling them that you're amazing. Put that shit on. Didn't get shit on. I bought 2 whips and I put my bitch on. She put this wrist on. She fat the wrist but rich and prone. Turn a pandemic into a pandemic. You know that's the shit that we on. Them niggas gon' pull up and act like the shit that's together. No fuck with you home. I don't do the fake kicking. There go a rocket that's taking it. It's a problem with you, then we straightening it. Swap out the cat, put the demon in it. Upgrade the band up with fiends in it. I got some shooters you seen with me. We're running shit back at your scenes in it. We gonna get straight. Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you straightening. You don't get shit straight if you're straightening. I'm the city sit back and watch patient. No trick with this thing, it's amazing. In the bed, no jumping that. All I'm starting the matrix. I keep the cookie like my grandma made it. I keep the keys in the house and the babies. And the bricks came white like shady. Driving them through the avenue. Reading no good with an attitude. Give a shout out to them white boys. White boys are revenue. Keep you a fire. Don't let them take it. If they get yours, you gotta get straight. I got your op, I give them a facial. My niggas lurking and spending the day shit. I got them right when you see me. Back to back, it's a repeat. Championship is a 3-piece. Shoot out the window like Drizzy and Freaky. I keep it on me, believe me. I be up high where the trees be. I got to put on so much of this ice. Say don't touch me, you gon' freeze me. Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you straightening. Get my straight. Automatic handgun like the name. Automatic keep a 100 rounds on my face. Tell that nigga to a mommy with a payment. Chopping that on money, you were great. Chopping that spin an op block, rockin' by baby. Made it talk stop, made it mama hate. We were chopping that spot out the base. Just man in your devil, we spell on your block. I put your perk in the bone, berserking. I woke up and bought me a job. Like fuck, straight to the point, like it's straight to the straight. And you better, you straight and you drop. We gutted them, nobody talk. We gutted, new color and start out the fall. New traveling and hustling, beat down the wall. Beat down with the step, Northside rebel. Now keep a Mac in the Mac and the Tesla. On with the gap, we can never be selfish. Watch how I girls on the track for tussles. Started contending, I bought a compressor. Kitchen, I'm the pressure to eat them for breakfast. Taught them a lesson, I'm never confessing. Never a message, somebody stretching. Straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, straightening, straightening, straightening. Yeah, don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you straightening. Yeah, don't not get strained but straightening. You feel it? I don't know what y'all think going on out there, but you know what I mean? We straight, we straight, we straight. We go.
No matter what's right now. Yeah, let me see. No, Robert, no, take me to the goddamn king. I got one more, then I'm gonna have to get on up out of here. One more, I'm gonna have to get on up out of here.
Blueface, baby. Yeah, right. Bust down, Tatiana. Yeah, right. I wanna see you bust down. Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana. I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up, now break that shit down. Break it down, speed it up, now slow that shit down. Hold it down, slow it down. Bust it, bust down, bust it, bust it, bust down. Hold it down, oh. Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana. I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up, now break that shit down. Break it down, speed it up, now slow that shit down. Hold it down, slow it down. Bust it, bust down, bust it, bust it, bust down. Hold it down.
Cardiana, I was home with my kid, mommy on. Real bitch, I don't be with all that drama. Money, my business, I'm a bother. I ain't dragging, I'm lit like a tick. You're clapping back, bitch, I'm clapping on the dick. I'm a big bust it. I'm a savage. Bitch, throw it back like a 10-year challenge. Take him to the crib, then I push him on the sofa. Have his breath smelling like pussy in the nose. We ain't finished, gonna beat it up. And if the pussy stop getting, give it, keep it up. Say you think you sipping my butt. I don't swallow plan B, I just swallow the nuts. Pussy dope, I'm the dope dealer. And if your pussy good, shouldn't have to maintain a broke nigga. Real shit, real life, everybody gang bang, no they ain't real right. Since I came in the game, been a real one. And ain't shit changed, I'm still one. All facts, no cap, daddy hype like that. Ain't got no time for no subliminals, I throw up, it's being paid, this is a musical. Yeah, straight lane, my pussy a bust down, yours plain Jane. I make him go insane. I fucking with my red flag on him. When I come, I say gang on the gang.
Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana. I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up, now break that shit down. Break it down, speed it up, now slow that shit down. On the gas, slow it down, bust it. Bust down, bust it, bust it, bust down on the gas. Oh, bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana. I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up, now break that shit down. Break it down, speed it up, now slow that shit down. On the gas, slow it down, bust it. Bust down, bust it, bust down on the gang. Blueface, baby. Yeah, I'm everyone's fancy. Mama always tell me I was gonna break hearts. I get a surf all stupid. Don't be mad at me. I wanna see you bust down. Bend that shit over on the gang. Yeah, make that shit clap. She threw it back, so I had to double back on the gang. Smacking high off the drug. I tried to tell myself 2 times enough. Then the nigga relapsed on the dead lows. Ain't no running, Tatiana. You gon' take these damn shows. I beat the pussy up. Now it's a murder scene. Keep shit player, Tatiana, like you ain't never even heard of me. Baby. Buzz down, Tatiana. I wanna see you buzz down. Buzz down that shit over. Yeah, now make that shit clap like a cat. Now toot that thing up, toot it up, throw that shit back. I know my ex was dead love.
Buzz down, Tatiana. Buzz down, Tatiana. I wanna see you buzz down. Lick it up, now stir that shit down. Check it off, now throw that thing down on the gang.
Bust it, bust down, bust it, bust down on the gang. Bust down, Tatiana. Bust down, Tatiana. I wanna see you bust down. Pick it up, now break that shit down. Break it down, speed it up, now slow that shit down on the gang. Slow it down, bust it, bust down, bust it, bust down on the gang.
All right, y'all. I will take y'all out with this one.
Yes, at first, but you didn't stop playing me. You was laying down me. Now chance. I'm afraid that you're playing. Just wasting. I'll be worried about him then. Every time I know the truth, I think he's just meant for you. What are you thinking? You know my husband. You know I'm not your husband. We're friends. I'm not thinking about him. But you married him. Do you know I made him leave? Do you know he meant to stay with me? He wasn't bad enough for me. And he told me the truth. Nothing but you and maybe you could be more than were my day. Hopefully you won't mind. I know the reason why his love is down. And why we couldn't work it out. Take it someday, baby. You was man for me. Now here's your chance. Nobody has a man. Just where he's been. I'll be worried about him. Next time I know the truth. I think he's just a man for you. What are you thinking? No, I'm not your husband. Your friend. I'm not thinking about him. Want you married him. Do you know I made him leave? Do you know he meant to stay with me? He wasn't bad enough for me. What are you thinking? You know my husband. Do you know I'm not your husband? I'm not thinking about him. Want you married him. Do you know I made him leave? Do you know he meant to stay? Do you know he wasn't bad enough for me? So many reasons why your love is true. Yeah. What makes you think he'll be good to you? It makes no sense, 'cause he will never change. Girl, you better recognize again. What are you thinking? You know my husband. You know I'm not your husband. Girlfriend. I'm not thinking about him. But you married him. You know I made him leave. You know he meant to stay with me. He wasn't bad enough for me. Okay. You know my husband. You know I'm not your husband. Girlfriend. I'm not thinking about him. But you married him. You know I made him leave. You know he meant to stay with me. He wasn't bad enough for me. What are you thinking? Do you know my husband? Do you know I'm not your husband? Girlfriend. I'm not thinking about him. When you married him. Do you know I made him leave? You know he meant to stay with me. But he wasn't bad enough for me. She ain't seen a baby in a couple days. That's what my baby right up in his face. I was saying yes to the restaurant. I swear they buy me anything I want. That's why I'm so quick to
We're gonna candles tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Michelle.
I can make you overload, make it overflow if you let me. Like a river, my water goes right down the lake. You gon' get soaked to bring a raincoat. When we finish, you gon' see a rainbow. Swear the water's like a sailboat. You just like it, loving me like Nemo. One sip on it, it's got drip on it. You gon' have to change my name to H2O. You love it when I call your name. Hey, hey. You love it when I make it steady, steady. Long will come. Make me overflow, make me overflow. Can you stand the race? See it done. I see you want some more. I see you want some more. Can you make it rain? I can get wetter than a thunderstorm. Make it from the midnight to the early morning. Making you a nice and Folgers in your cup. Get more than proof, that's what I do. Baby, can you swing it big? Diving in the ocean while you in the streets. What stroke do you got from me? And I'm trying to drown you. You love it when I call your name. Daddy, daddy. You love it when I make it rain. Daddy, daddy. Long will come. Make me overflow, make me overflow. Can you stand the rain? See it done. I see you want some more. I see you want some more. Can you make it Strip the night away, boy, it ain't no rush. Take your time, baby, for that love, will you keep it right there? No, don't ever I'm gonna ride, baby, and you and I. Through the good and bad, I can be your ride or die. And when the storm comes, and the rain falls, we be making it. We'll be
Sitting high, still riding on big whips. Still fly, still grinding, getting big checks. Still funk, still leaning to the back. You can bet that, you can bet that. I ride outside, nigga, you can bet that. I smoke, I drink, go there, you can bet that. 22, 24's how we roll. I'ma come riding for sure. Every day, man, the dog be wild. 7 3, 7 5, don't ride. We ain't tripping on nothing, just vibing. Big 9 with me, cause the fuck niggas riding. We already know how that goes. Kill his ass, make sure that it's on the road. How the hell a OD gon' try me? I'm OD on an OD receipt. Middle fingers in the air, tell the fuck y'all. Tryna hate on my dog, yeah, fuck y'all. Why you hating on a nigga like that? Why you tryna stuff a nigga in his bag? I know some niggas don't like this, but them niggas is the reason I like this. Fuck niggas done made me mad. I'm about to smack a bitch K on his ass. Sitting out, still riding on big whips. Still fly, still grinding, getting big checks. Still funk, still leaning to the back. You can bet that, you can bet that. I ride outside, nigga, you can bet that. I smoke, I drink, go there, you can bet that. 22, 24's how we roll. I'ma come riding for sure. Hey, I'm looking things looking like they not annoying. Jump pop up looking like a talking toy. You don't like it, you can get that on enjoy. These nuts, nigga, trick, I got you, boy. Clicking over, let me tell her I got another car. Rock with my trunk, door like I'm about to law. Tires wetting, but it's still dripping on the road. And you gon' fall, I ain't got to do some on it all. Bad, for the trick, I'm trying to flip the paper. Camilla later, ain't tripping, trying to share the hater. Tip the dinner waiter, tricking like you finna data. Off the street, like a ventilator. Hey, what can I say? Me and the king of MIA. When I pay, when the touch niggas and you gotta pay. Stay with it, hey, you know we ain't gonna play. Stay off your wheels and you can watch your rims spin away. Sitting out, still riding on big whips. Still fly, still grinding, getting big checks. Still funk, still leaning to the back. You can bet that, you can bet that. I ride outside, nigga, you can bet that. I smoke, I drink, go there, you can bet that. 22, 24's how we roll. And I'ma go right for sure. In the club, on the downs, we rising. Straight, break, don't rising. Look at your boy, got so many hoes. Look at his mouth, he got so many goals. I'm sipping and I'm rolling. Click, that's how we rolling. Stay fly, stay ride if you didn't know. And that's everywhere that we go. All I wanna do is drive my Chevy through this and let them smoke the candy paint. Ain't it right? Ain't it tight? Ain't it nice? Yes. Niggas like blue painted hair, candy apple green, every green ain't a red. 26 with the digital days, and the swat is right in the head. They wanna know what I got here. I got shit when it hit, better run them up out of here. You ain't never heard nothing like that. And I ain't even talking the bass up there. I love aggressive music. I smoke, I listen to it. I drink so much sometimes I think I need to go, but I can't do it. I still riding on big whips, still fly, still grinding, getting big checks, still funk, still leaning to the back. You can bet that, you can bet that. I ride outside, nigga, you can bet that. I smoke, I drink, go there, you can bet that. 22, 24's how we roll. I'm a dope rider for sure.
Yes, I'm a dope rider for sure. All right, Trick. Tell him something, Trick. Let me see what. Let me play your boy. Let me play your boy. Let me see so I can clear out the room. Hold on, watch this. Now I know everybody like this goddamn song now. They finna go now.
If it wasn't for the money, car, the movies, and children, all these things I've got, I wonder, baby, would you still want me?
Won't you
Be calling me,
still calling
give
you?
me loving me.
I've been loving you.
Pimpin' ain't easy, trust me, I know what gangsters at. Go, 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 together. I teach you love and bad, brother. I'm good, but been better. I'm a room of cheddar and glam stings. I could be cars and cribs to eat in the West Wing. Cause this is how I'm living, and young women know the secrets on how to get it and keep. How to pray about weakness, the power of the West, that's why I got a lot of wondering, it ain't just I. Gotta keep the cash coming, and that's on my life. If it wasn't for the money and the things I got, she probably wouldn't like me. But I keep her in Urban, Jeffrey, quite icy. Sip Sheriffin, who doesn't like me? And the murderers I didn't see.
If it wasn't for the money, car, the movies, and children, all these things I've got, I wonder, baby, would you still want me?
Won't you
Be calling me,
still calling
give
you?
me loving
I've
me.
been loving you.
How many drugs does it take to get to max that is, players that is, pimps that kid? The boy had wigs, but we hit showbiz. Bunch showbiz from next level kids. Pull up in them hot cars, know about a whole pot. I came from the dirt, what you want me to say? I'm at the top of the world and like the one thing. And that's why I get MIA. Shut the game down so the hustlers can't play. And hell yeah, first money, hell yeah, I act funny. Look at you like you, all the things I've been through. It's a wonder why I'm still here. Said I was gone, but I'm still here. And all you that left me here, it's mighty strange how you right back here. If it wasn't for the money, car, the movies, and children, all these things I've got, I wonder, baby, would you still want me?
Won't you
Be calling me,
still calling
give
you?
me loving
I've
me.
been loving you.
And why you wanna take it on from me? Honey, my life is start for this loving. Crimes, cause critics, they're right there. Y'all don't know. Money in the game, I'm in here, little change, girl, I'm pitching gold. It's the closest to the heart, just to live in a fortress. New cases, new forces, new cases, new lawyers. Becoming the infamous, notorious rule. Couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. Purpose of the heart that I do. And it's no wonder that I'm still here. Thought I was gone, but I'm still here. And know you that left me here. It's kind of funny how you right back there.
If it wasn't for the money, car, the movies, and children, all these things I've got, I wonder, hey, would you still want me?
Won't you
Be calling me,
still calling
give
you?
me loving
I've
me.
been loving you.
Give me that. Go crazy. It's the remix, remix, remix.
See, free, baby.
Yeah, baby. I can put you on. It's the remix, remix, remix. Yo, can take a back, yo, and tell me you been hurt before. Damn, check, got you living life, you ain't working no. Girl, man said that way long, I'm the first to know. She ain't control, she want a perfect, get a perfect door. Crazy to the try to show me my life. And all the niggas waving on clubhouse. All before they told my dog, I feel like dog now. I just feel so much nicer, I think I'm blood now. I'm from the trenches, but shout for shout. You got Bro, you get the button that's the close the door.
Take crib in the middle of the night. You want see as I put it down. I can put you on the mic. I make it change your life, oh baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody like you shot, but I know you break down, baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody like you shot, but I know you break down, baby.
I let him hit it once, he went crazy. Fucked around and left, he's all lazy. Gucci and Prada, me if you try to give me brain like psychology. Big lotto, we tryna hit the lotto. Wrist in my neck, I don't choose Netflix. I ain't still no work for nigga, cause he got the best me. And I got that bad shit, he know how to test me. If I leave him, he be looking for me in his next bitch. Throat, baby, I go throat crazy. You put me in that Corvette, and why the hoes hate me? Yeah, but they opinion could be grown. Turn on the next stand to it and be home. Oh, God.
Take crib in the middle of the night. Now you can see as I put it down right there, baby. I can put you on the floor. You don't let a nigga like me can change your life, oh baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shot, but I know you break down, baby.
Shit on me, you ain't loyal. They think you shy, but you're free. That's why I spoil you. I couldn't hit it for the free. Christian boy, I'm sleeping you out like a feed in the space shuttle. I know you was screaming in another night. We trending worldwide, everywhere right. I think so, Muslim medication. I swapped out religion. Felt like Jesus Christ when I did it. Money up the list, you dipping on the flight. DJ came on the man from the ice, oh baby. I can change every life. Solitaire is right and then right. Start crying. You whisper to this bitch on this remix. She just came on the twin, I can see it. Like the pussy that getting me every time. Trying to live with this, like I'm flapping in the mirror. Get back, get you fly in the kite. Bitch, nigga, she fuck me up, virgin twice. Don't look at these booties, just curve these guys. Remember this girl you had, you see what I got. You're amazing, I'm showing you right. You're my favorite girl, you don't wanna know why. I done changed my clothes, I changed your style, I changed your life, but take me some time.
Take crib, I can put you on the flight. You don't let a nigga like me can change your life, oh baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I know what you need. Everybody think you shot, but I know you break down, baby. Everything you do is amazing.
Go crazy. Go crazy.
What you do? What you do? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. You got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. I'm sipping wine. Sip, sip. And I roll. Drink, drink. I look too good. Look too good to be alone. My house clean. House clean. My pool warm. Pool warm. Just shake. Smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing. Romancing in the east wing. And the west wing. This mansion is burning. So if you try to hate me down, I'ma leave the door open. 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 Did you feel my tell me that you're coming through. So sweet, so sweet, so tight, so tight. I won't bite, unless you like. If you smoke, what you smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, girl, I got the lace. Oh, baby, don't keep me waiting. There's so much love we could be making. I'm talking kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the back. Girl, it's jumping, it's bubbling. So if you try, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door Tell me that you're coming Tell me that you're coming
Oh, I can get that on for you, Dom King. Not a problem. What up, Dom King?
Every man wants some. Even some of these females, let me give you details. These red bottoms turn heads when I walk. Best come correct the height for you. I took my time on this makeup. I work real hard for this paper, so I know my worth. Boy, you gotta put me first. I ain't no stuck-up chick. I ain't picky, I just want what's best for me. I can't let nobody get the best of me. Part-time love ain't my destiny. No, I ain't no stuck-up chick. I ain't picky, I just want what's best for me. I can't let nobody get the best of me, unless they want the best for me, baby. You and I, we can be together, we can ride or die. It just ain't that easy. Wanna be my number one. We can be together, we can fall in love. It just ain't that easy. It's so hard to find real love. If you find somebody true, you better keep on. Hold on tight, don't let go. Especially if they special. It ain't about how you flake, always about the sex. If you can keep it 100, then boy, you keep my respect. I'll cook for you, clean for you, anything you need for you. Button down, starch neat for you. I ain't no stuck-up chick. I ain't picky, I just want what's best for me. I can't let nobody get the best of me. Part-time love ain't my destiny. I ain't no stuck-up chick. I ain't picky, I just want what's best for me. I can't let nobody get the best of me, unless they want the best for me. Baby, you and I, we can be together, we can ride or die. It just ain't that easy. Wanna be my number one. We can be together, we can fall in love. It just ain't that easy. Used to go, set it off in the car. Used to move in violation, side rings in the lawn. Strum it like a guitar. Did I take it too far? Just wanted to show the type of things I do for the boy. I ain't a stuck-up chick. I ain't picky, I just want what's best for me. I can't let nobody get the best of me. Cause I'm loving my destiny. I ain't no stuck-up chick. I ain't picky, I just want what's best for me. I can't let nobody get the best of me. Part-time love ain't my destiny. Baby, you and I, we can be together, we can ride or die. It just ain't that easy. Wanna be my number one. We can be together, we can fall in love. It just ain't that easy.
Hey, see me? Yeah. See the vibes over here?
You like it what you see? Everything designer, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking at you, just trying to fuck. This trick got you in heat. It's jumping, baby girl, I'm only deep. You know that I'm on beat. All this trick got you every evening. Cause I'm kind of love. Girl, I know that you're ready. Girl, I'm not gonna let you down. I ain't gonna keep you waiting. If you got it, it's gonna get it out. You play a hot seat, I'm a bunch. Baby, hold on tight when you're out here. You know I like to eat, give me out. If you throw it, it's gonna get it out. I wanna get it. All I ask for my ego. Baby, we gon' keep it simple. I need all that love on me. You like it what you see. Everything designer, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you, just trying to fuck. This trick got you in heat. It's jumping, baby girl, I'm only deep. You know that I'm on beat. All this trick got you as the evening.
This you got you in. So why your juices running out of me? No stylist since a link. Got you flying with an icy for the year. You back inside the mansion by the beach. The dress all on your face, this is your stylist, so you stylish. Dress inside your room, design the promise for the week. And that's all, we that's what that's all. You working like you really want it. You gon' get it. Once I fuck you, I got you. In your feelings, Rocky Benz and go your boxes. Got you dripping, I can listen more accounts. Counting bitches, driven shit be riches.
You like it what you see. Everything designer, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you, just trying to fuck. This trick got you in heat. It's jumping, baby girl, I'm on the deep. You know that I'm on beat. All this trick got you as the evening. Give me that because I do whatever you want. Gotta fit for that heat, just to have to fun. You light it up, while I'm breaking it down. You gon' never, by the end of this round. You got me speechless, got that pussy no more. You're the only one that knows what I want. I'm feeling this shit, I know you feeling it too. I can't go deep, but this all up to you, yeah. I wanna get it. All I ask for my ego. Baby, we gon' keep it simple. I need all that love on me. You like it what you see. Everything designed, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you, just trying to fuck. This trick got you in heat. It's jumping, baby girl, I'm only deep. You know that I'm on beat. All this trick got you as the evening.
Excuse me, charisma, awkward as Pritza, swagger down pat, call my shit Patricia, young money militia, and I am the commissioner. You don't want to stop easy, cause the F is my finisher. So misunderstood, but what's the world without an enigma? Two bitches at the same time, synchronized swimmers. Got the girl twisted, cause she open when you twist her. Never met the bitch, but I fuck her like I missed her. Life is the bitch, and death is her sister. Sleep is the cousin, what a fucking family picture. You know all the time, we all know Mother Nature. the family, but I am of no relation. No matter who's buying, I'm a celebration. Diamonds, segregation. That shit running up. You niggas just running up. Young running shit, and you niggas just running up. I don't feel like done enough, so I'ma keep on doing this shit. Let's watch it, a young tuna fish. Yeah. I think you stand under me if you don't understand me. My heart broken by this woman named Tammy. The hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. Just talk to moms, call it shit is sweetest. Call it self-defense. Man, I be seeing through these niggas like sequence. Niggas think they heathen. Pow, beating. Talking to myself because I am my own consultant. Married to the money, fuck the world, that's adultery. You feel the shit, you close your mouth and let your ass talk. Young money eating, all you haters do is asshole. Stop playing, bitch, I got this game on deadbolt. Mine's so sharp, I fuck around and cut my head off. Real nigga all day and tomorrow. But these motherfuckers talking crazy like they jump rope. Glass half empty, half full, outfielder. Try me and run into a wall, outfielder. You know I'm a ball till they turn off the field lights. The fruits of my labor, I enjoy them while they still right. Bitch, stop playing, I do it like a king do. If these niggas animals, then I'ma have a mink soon. Tell them bitches I say put my name on my wall. I speak the truth, but I guess that's a foreign language to y'all. And I call it like I see it. And my glasses on, but most of y'all don't get the picture unless the flash is on. Satisfied with nothing, you don't know the half of it. Young money, cash money. Paper chaser, tell that paper look, I'm right behind you. Bitch, real G's moving silence like lasagna. People say I'm borderline crazy, so I'm kinda. Woman of my dreams, I don't see, so I can't find her. You niggas are gelatin, peanuts to an elephant. I got through that sentence like the subject and the predicate. With a swag, you would kill for. Money too strong, pockets on, bodybuilder. Jumped in the wishing well. Now wish me well. Tell him kiss my ass, call her kiss and tell. Yeah, word to my mama, I'm out of my llama bean. Don't wanna see what that drama mean. Get some drama mean, or I'ma scream. Hotter than summer sun on a Ghana queen. Now all I want is hits, bitch, you ain't time to be. Play the side, big niggas just trying to front and see. Son of gun, son of Sam, you niggas the son of me. Pause for this dumb speech, I blow like Buddha. Disturb me, and you'll be all over the flow like Luda. Bitch, I flow like scuba. Bitch, I roll like Cuba. And I keep a killer hoe, she gon' blow right through ya. I be macking by my stacking and I pack like a mover. Shout the ratchet for backing out on behalf of my shooter. Niggas think they high as I come like a ruler. Cash money cold, bitch, but the actions is cooler. Wait, these niggas out there minding and told these fuck niggas so many times I keep them bucks to be on my mind. Tuck these out, fuck these on your mind. Pause, beat them on my grind, get a little up, keep on my sign in the middle, hit my piece on my side. Cause ain't no peace on my side. Bitch, I'm a man, I'm busy girl, no surprise. Don't tell me too, I'm shooting in the funeral outside. I'm uptown, thoroughbred BX, nigga, you heard? Gunna.
Okay, this last one, I promise.
If it's my way, that's the last thing. If it's my way, that's the last thing. If it's my way,
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so dirty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your ass, she kinda dirty. Hey, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so dirty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your ass, she kinda dirty. Hey, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so dirty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your ass, she kinda dirty. Hey, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so dirty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your ass, she kinda dirty.
Drop it to the floor, make that ass shake. Make the ground move, that's an ass quake. Build a house up on that ass, that's an ass state. Roll my weed on it, that's an ass trait. Say hey, don't we do this every day? I worked them long nights to get a payday. Finally got paid, now I need shade and a vacate. And niggas still hating, so much hate, I need an AK. Now I'm Perry. Yeah, I'm Perry. White girls politicking, that's the Sarah Palin. Getting high, California cake. I give her that D, cause that's what's born and raised.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so dirty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your ass, she kinda dirty. Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she so dirty. I'm in that 2C Lambo with your ass, she kinda dirty.
King, I'm Rick James, ho. I'm Bill dropping Miss Pac-Man, this pill popping ass ho. I'm popping too, these blue dogs is eat soup coffins. All she wanted some yield money, all she needed some bill money. He takes his time, he counts it out, I waste it up, that's real money. Check the neck, check the wrist, them heads turning, it's exorcist. My Audemars like Mardi Gras, that's Swiss time and that's excellence. Two-door preference, roof gone, George Jefferson. That white frost on that pound cake, so your Duncan Hines is irrelevant. Whoa. Lambo, Mercy, Lago, she go wherever I go, wherever we go, we do it pronto. It's like
Lamborghini Mercy, yo chick she so thirsty. I'm feeling to see Lambo with your girl, she kinda dirty. Lamborghini Mercy, yo chick she so thirsty. I'm feeling to see Lambo with your girl, she kinda dirty.
You do not blow many times, still
let the suicide doors up. I do suicides on the tour bus. I do suicides on the private jet. You know what that mean? I'm fly death. I step in Def Jam building like I'm the shit. Tell them give me 50 million, I'ma quit. Most rappers take step open at my waist level. Turn up the bass till it's up in your face level. Don't do no press, but I get the most press, kid. Plus, yo, my bitch make your bitch look like precious. Talking about Mary, she gone off that Molly. Now the whole party is melting like Dolly. And everybody is moving their body. Don't sell me apartment, I move in the lobby. Niggas is more than just who feel important. You gon' see lawyers and niggas enjoy. Jump in my campaign, cool the color of mayonnaise. I'm drinking high at the same time, drinking champagne on the airplane. Spit rounds like a gun range, beat it up like a rampage. 100 bands, cut your girl, now your girl need a bandana. Price A1, chain the color of Akon. Black diamonds, black pack rhyming, cold center by Louboutin. Horsepower, all this polo off, I got horsepower. Pound this cost 4,000, I make it rain, small more showers. Rain, pouring, all my cars is foreign, all my bras is foreign. Money tower like Jordan.
Lamborghini Mercy, yo chick she so thirsty. I'm feeling to see Lambo with your girl, she kinda dirty. Lamborghini Mercy, yo chick she so thirsty. I'm feeling to see Lambo with your girl, she kinda dirty.